So there is this Cell to Singularity game. And where did I see it? Was it? I think it was on. There is that YouTube channel, you know, there is an engineering one and there is an bioengineering one that talk about animals. The crazy such animal talks about animals like that. Anyway, I saw it. They were recommending this game. So let's try it out. It's in Portuguese for some reason. That usually happens to me. Okay, so I'm thrown at a menu. There is a star. We can see it's quite a tiny and a small star. Like it's one planet away from the planet, and the planet is has molten down. They are really close by. I suppose it's not up to scale. But the star, by its color, it seems to be a sun-like star. So it's not a red dwarf. It's a more powerful star, but it can last for several millions of years. It's not a blue star either. It's in the middle of the spectrum. And here I have a planet that seems to be very close to the star, but it's not tidally locked. We can see it's spinning, so it should not be very close at all. But we can see it apparently has no atmosphere, and it's a ball of molten magma right now. It's cooling off, but there's a bunch of magma on the surface still. It's like art after its formation, or after the heavy late bombardment. Anyway, let's click and see how it goes. I got one thing. I had zero. I had one. I got two. That is 0 per second. When I click, I get this weird shit. This is like a ball with 3 spikes out of it. Like when you are modeling in 3D and you can choose the axis you want to go. You click on the edge, and there is 3 axes like this. Anyway, let's get 10. Okay. Entropy. What a piece of bullshit. Use the entropy to buy evolution upgrades. I already want to quit this game. It seems to be like you do not play, do not evolve by behavior. You just... Well, it's an idle game apparently. And you buy evolution. And that's a very awful idea. It's passing. If you want to be scientific, you would need to evolve little by little, not by jumps, not by buying shit, but by living out life and getting those things. Ah, here, there's a tree over here. Home star, planet Earth. To move, click and drag or use arrow keys. There are all the planets. Some weird shit. This is the moon. What is this then? What the fuck is this then? Also, like tree of life. Home star. Stars are the power source of the universe. Solar waves power into nearby planets and provide energy for millions of years. The nuclear reactor of life. It provides just the right mixture of chemicals, an abundance of water, and an oxygen-rich atmosphere, creating the ideal environment for developing life. This is one of the stupidest shit I have read. An oxygen-rich atmosphere? This current atmosphere that we have of oxygen is the third atmosphere our planet has. It is literally a product of life. Life that is able to do photosynthesis managed to do it using oxygen, spitting out oxygen, and that is what we have. The poison gas, it literally killed all that was alive, and it came like late on the history of the planet. It's not the ideal environment for developing life. That atmosphere was literally produced by life forms. Life evolved on an atmosphere devoid of oxygen. Oxygen is extremely reactive. It's extremely against the development of life. It will just oxide anything that tries to live and kill it. Even for the very photosynthetic organism that produced it, it was toxic, it killed them. Wave upon wave upon wave of banded iron we have. They have been dying because of the toxic gases they produced on the shallows. Until they started developing the proper resistance to it and got to a current biosphere. But before that, they needed an atmosphere without oxygen in order to develop. So I already hate this game, but let's go. I can go to the primordial soup, or I can go to the moon. The moon is much more expensive. Tap to collect entropy here. Where? I'm clicking somewhere that I cannot see. Anywhere that I click, I get it, even the sun. There's this primordial soup. They changed the bullshit here. The atmosphere now is rich in organic compounds. We had a carbon-rich atmosphere. You just said that it was oxygen-rich. Bullshit, what the fuck was that? I got 100 out of nowhere from this flying virus. The soup did nothing, man. I clicked the soup and did nothing, like... You want to be passively producing shit for me? I'm jumping to freaking amino acids already. I mean, I have the primordial soup. The amino acids come from it. I should not need to buy to unlock amino acids. Having the primordial soup unlocks it by itself. It's just a consequence. The primordial soup is a consequence of the planet. The planet is a consequence of the sun. They are not separate entities. Oh, here it's telling me shit. This one was just structural. It does nothing, it just costs. But this one produces passively. And this one makes my click to be worth more. But this one is passively producing now. Life created amino acids. That's what they consider life. If I take like this hydrogen, then you can tell what these atoms are. The black one is carbon, the red one is oxygen. Every life I get produces entropy. Here, this is the carbon backbone, you can see here. And we have this oxygen. Here on the points we have 4 oxygen. This oxygen is a hydroxyl group. It has a hydrogen on it. And the carbon, as you can see, is also filled with hydrogen. And this apparently is a nitrogen. I do not remember an amino acids to identify what this is. This is a nitrogen. A nitrogen with 2 hydrogens. So it's single bonded here. This is single bonded. Now this has 2 bonds and this one has 1 bond. But this can be 2 bonded too. There are some possibilities here. But this oxygen has one bond and one here. So this one must have two. There is one here, one here, one here. This must have 4 bonds with other things. So this is a double bond and this is a single bond, but they are not differentiating it. They are showing it the same. Okay, this is amino acid, and my question was, let's suppose I knock off this hydrogen. Let's take these 2 oxygen I have here, and let's knock off this hydrogen. So it will be like this one, without the extra hydrogen. Will it stop being a living thing? Is this a living thing? Let's suppose I add a hydrogen here and change it. Will that make it stop being a living thing? That description of life, as you can see, is entirely arbitrary. Life is just a molecule. It's no different from all other chemistry. It reacts with shit and it behaves in some way due to its structure. Anyway, let's move on. It's producing passively. I was talking. There is a... What the fuck is this shit? If I click it, I get. If I click anywhere, I get. But if I click it, I can... I'm spinning in 3 dimensions, or I can only spinning to the sides. I cannot spin up or down. Mutation accelerator. No, I do not want to expand it. Bullshit. Shit happened, it went black. I cannot click anywhere else, so I'm going to boost this shit. I cannot click the boost either. The game seems to be a little bugged. Come on, you piece of shit. I'm clicking, but the screen's not changing. There are some sounds being clicked. Okay, I have to close the game. Simulating string theory, man. What a piece of bullshit. Oh, my planet changed it. Gives only one steel. I should not click this busty bullshit. I can click to see the life and I can see the planetary view. And I have the tree of life. It's level 1. I can upgrade it further. I will buy another one. I'm not going to upgrade it. I'm going to buy to double my production. Yeah, top of it. So it gets more expensive, but I have 2 now. And 2 of the freaking same. Can they collide? I unlocked a volcano. Amino acid 300% more effective. The carbon dioxide produced by erupting prehistoric volcanoes warmed the earth, and was a major catalyst in making it habitable in its early stages of development. So as I said, there was a carbon-rich atmosphere. And as we know from today, from every news, from decades now, carbon dioxide is a potent gas. Oh, I'm saying bullshit. It's carbon. No, that shit is saying bullshit. The carbon dioxide produced by erupting prehistoric volcanoes warmed the earth. No. Oh, look, shit, that powerful shit. Quantum charge. Trigger is costing 1 cube. I have no cube. Darwinium. They want to sell me cube by money. Fuck them. Quantum charge. So it's a carbon dioxide over there, but as I said, there was no freaking oxygen. Oxygen was already reacted with the shit it could react with. So there was some carbon dioxide. But the main thing was methane. The atmosphere was rich in methane, which is an even more potent greenhouse gas. And that would make the Earth hotter. And hot things react more readily. Oh shit. Oh, I did not bite. Okay. So hot things react more readily. That is that. Although they also break more easily. If it's too hot, they cannot retain the shape. And so there was volcanoes. That was a very important thing because it recycled the mantle of the Earth. Just like erosion, it would put more things on the atmosphere. That was important, but not the carbon dioxide, the methane, which is a pure carbon with hydrogen, carbon hydrogen. A single one. A single one. Human, and there is a bioengineering recommended this game. So, okay, that's the volcano thing they are saying. It's kind of wrong, partially, but volcanoes were an important factor in the development of life. The building blocks of living cells. Proteins are molecules made from long chains of amino acids. Yes, cells are made of proteins, which are just a bunch of amino acids, which is just a bunch of atoms. When life started, apparent here. We got 100 without the cost? What the fuck? The moon, what does the moon do? Entropy taps. It's like this one, but like my click to be worth 5. The gravitational force exerted by the moon and the sun and the rotation of Earth turns the tides of the ancient oceans to advanced life. I will not comment on that shit. Turns the tide to advanced life. It's the purpose of the moon. Where am my money? Do I have any money? Score. I have no money. The moon is born when a massive object hit the young Earth. Yes, Theia. That was what I was going to comment. The moon was very important in contributing material to the Earth. We probably can still see, when you look at the mantle, it's not those pretty layers that books usually show. They are giant mountains under the Earth, because there are some denser material that has not melted, that has not been fully incorporated in the Earth. And that is likely that planet, Theia, from when the moon struck the Earth. It is still down there, it's affecting earthquakes and all the history of the Earth ever since. And of course, a small part of it, quite a big chunk, actually, the moon is quite big, flew out like one of these droplets and flew around, coalesced the remaining of the impact, became the moon, which is very important for life on Earth. Now the moon rocked the solar system. The sun is the star of our solar system, a gravitational parent to 8 planets and their moons and countless asteroids and comets. Its nuclear energy bathes all the orbiting children in heat and light and the steady solar wind of particles. Although I have a home star and my planet and do not have the solar system yet, absolute no sense this tree. Protein. DNA 100% more efficient. I have no fucking DNA though. What is this thing that I have not unlocked? Let's go for protein. Okay, from the protein I got a plasma membrane. DNA is once again 100% more effective. I cannot buy and upgrade it again. Just a step in evolution. The plasma membrane protects. the interior of cells from the environment. So, there is some bias in this game, which I agree with, but I still have to mention it. As we can see, it has developed the amino acid. It made this stable molecule somehow without a membrane, and it made proteins. So this is following the RNA first hypothesis, which is the idea that on the primordial soup, these atoms could just come together and react and start self-replicating, which I think Crystal and many shit do already, which is a possibility. We do not know if that was the case, but it's entirely possible. And then it produces bigger and bigger things, which we start to call proteins, and as it became too complex, it needed to protect itself. So it was strongly favored. It selected for a plasma membrane, something to envelop that more fragile parts. However, other hypothesis is the idea of a metabolism first, that in bubbles of like oil, if you throw oil on a pond, it will form a circle. No one needs to draw the oil, needs no artist. It forms a circle by itself. And in 3D, like inside the water, the oil will form a sphere, a bubble. And so that would provide a stable environment for these things to evolve in. So rather than free swimming like here, the idea of an environment would evolve first. And that environment would simply progress into the plasma membrane. It would need amino acids and proteins, of course, but here, instead of the primordial soup, or perhaps after the primordial soup, would have the environment first, instead of directly the amino acid. Anyway, let's proceed to nucleotides. Like, I can buy a plasma membrane with nucleotides. I have proteins without nucleotides. Nucleotides are the chemical compounds that build the foundation for DNA and RNA. I have proteins without nucleotides. Yeah, it's possible. I have different proteins. They are not those proteins of the nucleotides. Yeah. Here, DNA. It's unlocked. It passively produces. Now this protein will be worth something. A molecule with the unique property of self-replication. It's not unique. DNA can also do that. DNA's infinite configurations forms the foundation of our evolutionary changes. It contains the genetic structure for all life on Earth. Now this was a giant piece of bullshit. DNA's infinite configurations form the foundation of all evolutionary changes. That is not the case. They have been evolving since the sun. Why did the Earth was on this place? Because it evolved to be there. It was the conditions of the environment which shaped the planet. Why was the primordial soup there? Why was it hot? Was it random chance? Why was like hotter on the core of the planet? Why is the core of the planet molten and hotter than the surface? Is that change? No, it was selected that way by the environment. Why was this molecule formed? Was it by luck? No. Many other molecules were formed, but this was more stable, so it was selected for. It evolved thus. Why was bigger proteins formed? By chance? No, by evolution. That amino acid, when it produced something even more stable, it was selected for. It would last, it would reproduce, and it produced proteins. So it was not DNA. DNA is just a product of evolution too. RNA is so much more expensive, what the fuck? RNA is responsible for transferring genetic code from the nucleus to ribosomes to make proteins. It controls gene expression and regulation. Now, much shit is being said right here. First, nucleus. What fucking nucleus? We have not even a plasma membrane yet. How would we have nucleus? Here, on the beginning, we do not even have bacteria in life. Bacteria does not have a nucleus. They have free-swimming DNA. And shit like that. Ribosome. What the fuck is a ribosome? There is no ribosome yet. That's a very complex structure that you come afterwards. But it's here on the description as if it predates the RNA. As if the RNA was made to transfer from the nucleus to ribosomes. But these two do not even exist yet. RNA has other functions in life. This game is so badly made, man. It's making me cringe. Look at how badly made is this DNA. It's just floating there, missing its pieces and it's spinning. This looks so fucking ugly. On this amino acid, you could see that you can actually tell which atoms these are. But what the fuck is wrong with that DNA? Oh, what the fuck, it disappeared. Look at this, man. You cannot see the nucleotide bases here. They could just color it like 4 colors and have something, but no, it's a single freaking color. It looks stupid as fuck. Look at that sugar backbone. What the fuck? I want to quit this game so hard. The first living organism, prokaryotic cells, is tiny unicellular organism like the membrane warped nucleus, but paved the way for the rest of life to begin. So as you can see, nucleus does not exist. This is all over the place, man. What a stupid tree. I can buy more of these to produce more. Each one of these produce 1 per second. And they cost like 100. If they produce half per second and cost 100, then that means that I will need 200 seconds to buy one. 200 seconds are a little more than 3 minutes. What does this shit do? Amino acid 300% more effective. So this shit, instead of producing half, you produce 0.2, and this you produce 0.4. The DNA 100% more effective. Produces 2. This is the best choice for me to take. The first signs of life bubble up in the primordial soup. All the time it's saying that it's the first signs of life. What the fuck? What a piece of bullshit. Now I have a prokaryotic cell. I have no membrane, but somehow I have a cell. It's not a requirement, because fuck you, logic. I have extremely complex structure. I have a flagellum over here. I have several organelles. Show me the fucking organelles. Like, what the fuck are these organelles? Where did they come from? These were the first living organisms. These tiny organelles. This cell is gigantic. Absorbed its organisms and evolved with them. So this game is extremely badly done. Should not have been recommended to me by that YouTube channel, man. This game is shameful. Okay. Do not freak out, but there's a virus here. The virus is evolving from the prokaryotic cell. Mind blown. And they make the prokaryotic cell more effective. A virus is a biological agent that replicates within other cells. Surprisingly, its ability to infiltrate DNA of other organisms is one reason that humans even exist. The virus very likely predates the cell. They are much simpler, they are much smaller. Like those organelles. There were these organelles, there were viruses. Long before an actual complex cell. I do not have the plasma membrane yet, but I have a cell. I can get mitochondria in bacteria without these. I can get freaking mitosis without the plasma membrane. It's not a requirement. I mean, The solar system is not a fucking requirement to progress this game. I can progress without it. Fuck you. And all of this is happening without the freaking volcanoes. Who needs the volcanoes? I mean, the game itself, like, considering just the mechanics of an idle game, the game is awfully done also. Look at the price of this motherfucking shit. It's extremely expensive. It's simply not worth it for something that produces 0.05. Like on the thing that improves DNA, I paid less than this. RNA costs less than this. You only buy it once. Let's get the amino acid to maximum. Oh, this one is charged. That's why it costs. The others are free because they are not charged. Okay, I have the volcanic and the amino acid is buffed. They are pretty cheap now for something that produces almost one. So they pay for themselves in like half a minute. While this one, as I just said, pays for itself in over 3 minutes. The prokaryotic cell pays for itself in a little more than 300 seconds. Which is like over 5 minutes. This is the best deal by far. Now it takes 100 seconds, but since this one is 200, it is still the best one. The ozone layer. Entropy taps 1% of your idle entropy per second. So my click now gives me part of my idle entropy. A very small part. So as I was saying, it's very unbalanced on the idle mechanics too. The prices do not correspond to the reward. The upgrades are confusing and spread and dumb. I like the general idea, that is why I played, but damn. I don't want to play it any longer. 100 is 200, so it's still worth to buy it. And better than leave it accumulated without use. Now I need 200. It's no longer worth to buy amino acids. I'm better off buying DNA. DNA gives less than thing, but that's the reason why I managed to get about DNA price. So it should be worth. But as the DNA approaches the amino acid becomes the best one. This stinks. Takes 5 fucking minutes. So call shit. You can buy the entire solar system with that kind of evolutionary points. So for the amino acids, they need to get to 250. No, they need to get to 500 for them to compare with this one. So I can get a bunch still. I'm going to get 20 for it to look nice. And then I'm going to get this one to like 10 or something. 5 is a nice number. And then I'm going to buy some upgrades now. Let's move on. Let me get some more. So, a virus. A virus improves my prokaryotic cells, only 50%. So, it improves half of it. It give me 1 mole per second. Because I have a single one. So it's not worth for me to do it, because if I just buy one, I'm going to double it. I got to 100 more. So I would need to buy a few before being moved to buy this one. The nucleus also improves the prokaryotic cell by 50%. A cell's control center. The nucleus contains the chromosomes that rouse DNA. Chromosomes are not invented, man. The mitochondria. The powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria are organelles that convert glucose to energy. When did glucose evolve in this story? Exactly. And that's one of the most important things you have been bought. The protein of glucose. But no, it's not even a protein, is it? It has no. It has oxygen. The mitochondria only improves things by 25%. That sucks so much. Mitosis. Mitosis is a process of asexual reproduction where one cell divides to 2 identical cells. It occurs only in eukaryotic cells and enables single-celled organisms to multiply. What do you mean it occurs only in eukaryotic cells? If it occurs in eukaryotic cells, that is, cells that have a nucleus, these are prokaryotic, they are before the nucleus. This is eukaryotic, it has a nucleus. Then why do I do not need a nucleus to have the mitosis? Why is this thing not up here? Why does it not require the nucleus? Who made this bullshit tree? Bacterium. DNA 100% more efficient. Bacteria are unicellular microorganisms that have cell walls, but none of the organelles that make up multicellular organisms. While some can make you sick, most bacteria are harmless and many are actually necessary for you to survive. We have more weight in bacteria than our own cells. And we have 3 times more bacteria than our own cells. Why didn't it put this little trivia here? It's a famous one. So I can have once again, I can have the bacteria and all of this shit without the plasma membrane, because fuck you. Let's get this to 10. I have 5 per second. This will give me double that. Bacteria give me double that. So the DNA is now producing 2 per unit. It produces the same, like literally the same as a prokaryotic cell. But it still costs less, so the DNA is better until it reaches the same price. Now the prokaryotic cell is worth more. However, the amino acid is the best choice now. Oh no, it's the same as the prokaryotic cell. 0.5. How long does it take to produce one? Yeah, it's a little worse than prokaryotic already. The prokaryotic have all these upgrades. Where are the other things here though? Well, let's evolve the fucking solar system now that we have already prokaryotic cells. I can evolve the Milky Way. 100 per tap. I should have waited and bought that instead of this passive income. This passive income is not being worked at all. The tapping seems much more powerful. The Milky Way is the gas that contains our solar system. It is estimated to contain up to 400 billion stars. located in the Orion arm of solar system is 27,000 light years from the galactic center, a supermassive black hole named Sagittarius A. How does one a cheat that improves you by 25% does not cost half of what 50% does? Why does it cost the same thing? Why the two things that give the same bonus cost different? What is wrong with this game, man? Who made this shit? As I said, it's worth to buy it until it reaches these prices. No, not until it reaches its price. When they multiply the multiplied number here by the bonus, so that's 6 times 50. When that 6 times 50 is greater than what a single one produces, then it will be better to buy this one rather than a single one, which it already does because it costs the same. So if I spend 900 here, I get plus 2 production. But if I spend it here, I get 50% of my total production, which is 3. Therefore, it is better to buy the upgrade at this point in the game. And of course, from every point forward, the upgrade will be worth it, because it's going to improve my shit. Now, 12 times 50 is 6. So it's much better than spending on this. I need to buy 2 to be worth the same amount as this one. And they both cost nearly 1,000. The mitochondria is also worth already. 25% of 12 is 3. And 3 here costs 3. It's worth it, and it is worth it. I have a nucleus somehow, but my cell is not eukaryotic yet. And the mitosis, which occurs only in eukaryotic cells, they are saying here, it's not me, I'm saying it. They are saying it occurs only in eukaryotic cells, but it does not require the eukaryotic cell. It's not a branch from the eukaryotic cell from above. It's before the eukaryotic cell, there's mitosis. Who organized this shit? This is so badly made, it makes me cringe at every turn. Now, the eukaryotic cell produces 5, but it costs 3,000. This one produces more than fucking 5 and costs 1. So, only when this shit is the same price as this one, is that it will be worth to buy the eukaryotic cell. But DNA produces 2, this produces 5, but it produces like double, but the price is already more than double. I can buy 3, so DNA is once again the best choice. Now, what about this shit? This shit produces almost 1, produces half of the DNA, but it's also half the price. So these are not the best choices, and the prokaryotic cell is the worst choice for now. And once the prokaryotic cell rivals this one, and this rivals the eukaryotic cell, the prokaryotic, then it will be worth to buy this one. Mad maths mechanics. I'm saying all of this shit because this game is unbearable. As you can see, it's very annoying, like when you know something about biology and evolution, to play this badly made game. But talking about maths is distracting my mind and making it bearable to play. So just bear with my math. This improves my tapping. Let's make this rival the eukaryotic cell. Okay, it does. Let's make this rival this. It's half, so it should go to half the price. Yeah, nearly this. This one now produces once again half, so it should be half the price. A little before 800, Yeah. Now these are all inferior to the eukaryotic cell. The eukaryotic cell has become the best choice that I can make with my money. I got a shit, some shit appeared over here. Did you see? There was a really button over there or some shit. Look at the moon is over there. Look at life that was spent out of nowhere. The freaking DNA column is the size of the freaking cell. The freaking amino acid is the size of the freaking cell. When I unlock like cats and lions, will they be the size of DNA too? And they will be a floating head icon or some shit? It will look so bad. There is a freaking shooting star. Bad? That's not an asteroid, that's a comet. What is it? Now I'm confused. I always forget these astrology terms. It's not astrology, astronomy terms. Because one is made out of rock and another one is made out of ice. An asteroid. An asteroid is made of fucking rock. A meteor. A meteor is made of ice. A meteor is what you see on the atmosphere. An asteroid is that shit that fell. That falls. Meteor is the burning shit on the atmosphere. There is a name for the ice one and I'm not remembering. Comet, it's a comet. There was a comet. It was not an asteroid, it was a comet. A comet is made of ice. And an asteroid is made of stone. Okay, I can buy the solar system, but I do not want to click. So let's go for the best passive choice, which is now eukaryotic cell. The prokaryotic cell is more complex cousin. Eukaryotic cells have a nucleus to store genetic information. Fungi, plants, animals, and protozoa are all built of eukaryotic cells. É cara em ontem. Now it's no longer worth to buy because it's now more expensive than this one. And so on. I go one and the other, one and the other, one and the other. Now, cytoplasm. I have a fucking cell that has no cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a gel-like colorless substance that fills the inside of a eukaryotic cell. It is secured by the cell membrane and all of the organelles floating in it. I have a freaking cell without cytoplasm. There is no mention of the cyton exoskeleton at all. How are these cells holding together? I have no fucking idea. Tissue. Tissues are groups of cells come together to perform a specific function. Organs are formed by groups of tissues. That is the only accurate description thus far. Tissues are not a thing. They are just a bunch of cells. Like cells are kind of a thing, because cells are just a bunch of molecules, of course, but they have more structural property. Tissue are a bunch of specialized cells for a function. They also follow a structure. They're kind of less discernible thing than a proper cell. You can still tell apart all kind of different tissues, of course. Let's move on. 100% more efficient. So it's the same as buying another one. But of course, if I just buy another one directly, it's better. Except this one is better. Now it's more expensive. This one is better. Okay? But now if I buy it, it's not worth 1. It's worth 2. You give plus 10. And it does not cost double. So this is better now. Already. Because this game is so broken. I have 2 and this is better already. And this does nothing. I just buy it for buying just because I feel like buying it. What? And that is filter feeding. A passive way of finding nourishment involves having nutrients filtered through an organism's body. This is the feeding method of choice for shellfish, krill, and sponges. talking about animal already. Filter feeding. What is that an eukaryotic cell using filter feeding for? What the fuck? How is it in having the structure for filter feeding? You need to have tissue. Then to differentiate that tissue to filter feeding apparatuses. And you need to be big enough to filter feed shit. What is that cell going to filter for me? Lone atoms? Now let's... So this gives 50%. I've mentioned several times now how unbalanced and broken this game is. And as you can see, this costs 5,000 and give 100%. This costs 8,000. It costs double and only give half the bonus. So it's 4 times worse. Why? Why? Anyway, this one is worth. And now I have to improve this a bunch before this one becomes worth. It's 50%, so it's worth 20. It's worth 2 of these, and it's already more cheaper than 2 of these. So with 4, it's already worth, even when it's so freaking worse than this one. Holy shit, this game is so broken. Can evolve sponges already. And the placement of sponges, it's, well, a little bit pleasing. It's that mental that I do not need cytoplasm in order to have cells, in order to have tissue, in order to have sponges. I do not need to have mitosis in order to have sponges, but okay. If we move on, we can see that sponges come before muscles. Sponges don't have muscle tissue, and they come before a nervous system. They do not have a nervous system. Now, Plato and Aristotle could tell that the sponges were animals. Some translators of them are actually so stupid that they put a footnote saying that the sponges are not animals, that he was wrong because he was old and did not know shit. But they are animals. And Plato and Aristotle knew that because they would react to stimuli like plants would not. Even so, they have no muscles, no nervous systems. I have some money, I have enough for a ozone layer almost. Now, what does muscle do? Sponge 100% more efficient. Muscle is affecting the sponge. Muscles are fibrous tissues in an animal's body with the ability to contract. This action enables the muscle to move, in turn moving the bones that are attached to them. Bones have not evolved. Bones will evolve after motherfucking fish. After the Cambrian explosion. Talking about the Cambrian explosion, where is all of the Ediacaran biota? I feel like I'm about to jump into the Cambrian explosion instead of progressive biota. I mean, like, there is no photosynthesis, man. How am I evolving animal life fast? What the actual fuck? I have no cytoplasm and I evolve animal life. Now I'm complaining about that being photosynthesis. This game is all over the place. It's so stupid, it's making me cringe. My click is a little stronger now. This is not worth it at all. But I wanted to... Oh, it changed my graphic. That's so little cover. We know this atmosphere is of carbon. The planet should not look like this. It lacks the green, but it should not look like this at all. It should be full of clouds blocking shit within the planet. It should be opaque at this point. And what about this distribution of continents? How accurate is that? Yeah, I paid 65,000 in something that gave me like 1 point and clicking, and I could have spent 50,000, 15,000 on a click. That gives me 100. Holy shit, so broke. Celestial phenomena, I have to click 2,000 times. A strange phenomenon appears in outer space. Tap a way to accelerate the stellar anomaly. I have to click on the mouse, my normal button does not work here. I just lost 200 clicks. That would give me 200 times 1,000. It would give me only 20,000 anyway. The freaking black hole? Celestial phenomena. Evolution branch unlocked. Simulation expanded to space. Temos decolagem. Desbloqueie além da simulação. I got a freaking virus in front of me.
Life is like a fire sparked by chance lightning. In the right conditions, it could catch light and spread, or smolder and extinguish. Perhaps this has happened elsewhere, countless times. Perhaps only once. One day, this sun will die. Must our flame go out too? Or can we send embers out to the cosmos, to some place where terrestrial life can burn anew? I must expand my simulation to explore the possibility. Shall we begin?
That is only yes. To understand how art began, I need to grasp the origins of the solar system. Now there is only a diffuse molecular cloud, but this formless matter will give rise to the sun and the planets. By natural selection, they will be laterally selected in place. Objective 1, create the inner solar system. Now, this is speculative biology. I want to say that's interesting, but after all the criticism that I have just made upon the actual biology, upon the knowledge of biology, like, we literally know things and they are getting it wrong. They are all over the place, all messed up. So I have absolutely no hope for the speculative biology. They would need to get the biology in check and proper before they can dare to speculate in what could be. Same shit as before, fucking me dead. Clicking game. And I type to unlock shit. I unlocked the sun. The corona looks very strange. Like it's one single mass moving around. That's not how the sun is. They have giant storms everywhere. It's like a bunch of spinning cells all around. Sun. Star. Earth's home star is the center of the solar system, the point around which all celestial objects orbit. No, they do not. The entire solar system orbits around the very center of the galaxy. The very center of the solar system, and they all orbit around the galaxy. It shines its light on each of the 8 planets, and its warmth is essential for life on Earth. Generate additional by charging. The fuck, I'm charging the sun to unlock a new. have to click, I see. Dark matter. Bullshit. Automate sun. Radio communications on Earth. That's the description of a solar flare. It messes with radio communication on Earth. The Earth does not exist yet. Automate the sun. I need dark matter. Mercury. There, that's an asteroid. It's not a comet. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system, as well as the closest to the Sun. With its rocky gray surface, thin atmosphere, and small size, Mercury could easily be mistaken for a complete missions to discover. Is this going to unlock life on Mercury? I'm curious enough to click this shit through. Go for it and expand my simulation. Scientists believe that Mercury has a massive iron core that makes up more than 75% of the planet's radius. This core contributes to the planet's high density. So I thought that this was going to be life on Mercury, but of course it's just the automation again. Bullshit. How do I evolve this shit? With cats or some shit? Wheat. Venus. Wolf. 8 light years away. Solar luminosity. 24 light years. Automate and speed up Mercury times 1 times 2. What the fuck did I just see? Hunk up the sun. Hunk up the sun. I need to collect this many stars that can run the sun. One, two, three to 9? With the next one 27? Is that a direct parabola? I don't have 50. I'm lacking that matter. Disappear, motherfucker. Disappear. Yeah, Venus. What was that wolf bullshit that appeared? Venus' scorching, dense, unbreathable atmosphere makes it the hottest planet in the solar system. One of the brightest objects in Earth's night sky. It can be seen with the naked eye. Okay. I would like for this city to disappear. Make it disappear. This bullshit that is on my face and that I cannot make it disappear. Okay, take it away. Expensive as shit. Likes. I have to crank up Mercury now. Level up this shit. It's not telling me the cost, but I can still level up because fuck you. Does it cost some money? Asteroids have been good to me. 927, it's a fucking parabola. It's growing crazily. Venus dense hot features opaque clouds of sulfuric acid. Hot atmosphere. Venus dense hot atmosphere features opaque clouds of sulfuric acid. These thick yellow clouds shroud the planet, making its surface impossible to see. It's going to keep repeating that, isn't it? Okay, this seems even stupider than the other one. There's not even any progression or meaning in this shit. What is this already? Okay, this is stupid. I have the lower 3 all down. That is like an upgrade here. I cannot see. There's nothing I can do about that. Mitosis. Asexual reproduction. Similar to mitosis, asexual reproduction is the process by which an entire organism is produced from a single parent. Some types of asexual reproductions are budding, exfolifications, and parthenogenesis. I was about to say, why did they not call it budding? It already says here that this is a process of asexual reproduction. How do I unlock a process of asexual reproduction before unlocking asexual reproduction? It's so stupidly organized. It's giving me a headache. Cytoplasm. This is an animal that produces 20. It costs 10,000 and produces 20. This produces 50. It costs half the price. So it costs half and produces 15. This costs twice as much and produces only 25% more. So it needs to produce twice more in order for it to be worth it. But this thing needs to be 50% more expensive for the sponge to be worth. Which you can get that pretty quickly. Most that. The one becomes the many. The first multicellular organism emerges. That's not fucking protozoa. That's just a sponge. The sea, man, the sea appeared. The animals are not floating in here. On the primordial soup. That is the sea. Where is that fucking sponge? Show me the sponge. It's a 3D environment. It's going to be filled with sponges if I buy more. This game is so bad. Oh, here. It's show me a summary of shit. $1 million. Entropy again. Sexual reproduction. Heavy sperm now. A long method of cell multiplication involves both meiosis and mitosis. Meiosis has not evolved yet, but fuck you. Sexual reproduction combines genetic information from two individuals of different types or sexes to create a new organism. Idle. This idle bonus is not worth it, man, at all. It sucks so bad. Jellyfish. Jellyfish are soft body, free swimming aquatic animals with a gelatinous umbrella-shaped body and long floating tentacles. They can propel themselves through water by pushing their bodies. Now this is Ediacaran biota, late Ediacaran, but there should be many animals before that, some plenty like shitty, like shit. No, like a bad shit. There's some animals that look like that, but no. They're going straight to jellyfish. And the icon, of course, is the freaking Medusa face. Soft body, free swimming aquatic animals with gelatinous umbrella-shaped body. No, they are not. They start off like plenty like shit. They look like a tummy cake. They are grounded on the floor before the final Medusa stage. This game is very bad. You're not going to learn biology from this. You actually get shitty mixed if you try. It's going to teach you wrong shit. Now some math for me to take away my stress in gameplay. It produces 15, costs 400. So this one produces half as much. Now it produces 250s as much. And it costs 4 times less, 1/4 less. So once this costs 250s of this, then it will be worth to buy the jellyfish. Not that this thing is very efficient, but let's calculate how much, and then do it. To calculate that, I need to know how much is 250 of 40. 10%, like 100 is 40. So if I divide 40 in 5 parts, how much is that? That's 8,000. So this needs to be 16. It's already passed. So jellyfish is worth. Life leaves the ocean floor and the journey begins. Scimitar French. Here, the sponges that I bought, and now there is a freaking jellyfish floating about. There is a bunch of algae and plant. I have not evolved that. There is a bunch of sand. I did not see any worms. The worms transformed the sea floor like brutally. Changed the world. Darwin became fascinated with words, and up to today we are still learning how much they changed. Those older fossils we can find unicellular fossils. They are extremely well preserved. But after worms, after the circus of worms destroyed the seafloor like this, after they made sand, we lost it. Of that preservation power. Because they are detritivores. They started to destroy shit that would be preserved on times before. But of course, they do not mind. They do not show you the freaking Ediacara biota. That piece of bullshit. Let me get 2 round numbers just to be beautiful. Expensive shit. Kinidokites. One of the first organic weapons. These are explosive cells that fire out a toxic harpoon for self-defense and hunting. So the kinidokites are the stings of the jellyfish. Of course, way back here on unicellular life, we have many things that look like a kinidokite. They have many weapons, many harpoon-like weapons that are used to stun and rip apart prey. The protozoa we also have that. Of course, we're skipping shit up the ladder. Now, jellyfish, they have a nervous system. They not? They have a very, very simplistic, like, they have some nerves. Do they not? And I can evolve that without the nervous system. Can I evolve the rest of animal life without nervous system? So anyway, a flatworm is 200 for 200. It is 50 for 50. So 200 by 250 for 50, it's more the same shit. This would be 20 for 20 to compare with these others. This now. 50 for 50. Now the flatworm is worth it. This will make jellyfish 100% more efficient. So it's producing 100, you produce 200. It's almost worth it. When I have 3 jellyfish, it will be worth it a lot. And this gives 50%, but it does not cost half. Organisms that can be divided into identical pieces around a central point. The sum of symmetry is more complex than bilateral symmetry. Now, I did not evolve bilateral symmetry. Flatworms have bilateral symmetry here, it said. The flatworm is the first organism with bilateral symmetry, which enables the beginning of the brain and internal organs. These simple creatures set the stage for vertebrates to come. So, to radial symmetry, we have like starfish, and we have those spiky things on the sea, some other things. But jellyfish do not have radial symmetry. They do not. They're just uniform. Weird. And what about the Hydra, man? There is no Hydra. Where is the microscopic life? Like, the most important life of this point is still microscopic. There should be so many of them here. Like the Hydra just mentioned. Like some, what do you call, Plaperona? that dragon-looking wormy thing. There's a bunch of microscopic, even animals that should be here. Sponge. The nervous system affects the jellyfish, the muscle affects the sponge. Sponges have muscle. I have to research that one out. Muscle tissue. They have some primitive muscle tissue. How will they activate the muscle without nerves? That's not possible. Polypherans do not have any muscle cells, so the movement is rather limited. Of course they do not. Why did I even research it? This game is making me dumb, but even while I'm rejecting, while I know they could not possibly have it, but I still have to check it out because the game, like, how can they be so dumb and make that shit? Because jellyfish have a nervous system. The nervous system should be a requirement to have jellyfish at all, not an upgrade. But okay, they are somewhat related. But muscle, they have no relation to a sponge. They have no muscle. How is muscle affecting sponges, man? The people who make this game were brain dead. They were very stupid and they are very ignorant of our evolution. Now I'm mad at that YouTube channel that recommended this shit. Super engineering, super biology. There's something like that. I'm going to literally research it out so I can save it. Anyway, the passive thing is the best one. So I'll give you 50 and costs so much. This one is not worth it yet. 50 per 80. It's already worth it. Give me 75 for almost the price of one. But this one is worth more. Real Science is the name of the channel. They recommend this game as it was some awesome shit. The insane biology of, the insane biology of, the insane biology of. That's what they say. It's not the crazy biology of, it's the insane. But yeah. Anyway, so it was Real Science that on the Narrow episode I recommended this game, and so I downloaded this game. I recommended it for cell phone. I downloaded it on PC because I found it on Steam. And then this game sucks. And I have told you why. I'm telling you why every new thing we unlock. Look, there's something big over here. It's probably after a flat one. Now I have an interesting question. How will this accumulate? I suppose they can at least program, because the things look nice, it's not much bugged. They can move and do shit. But did they actually get the math correct? If I get plus 50%, this should not go to 150. Because the base production was 50. If the base production was 50 and I double, it goes to 150. If the base production is 50 and I put this one, I get 75. So this gives 50 and this gives 25. So the total should be 125. Except if they multiplicate it now by this, as if this was the base, which is not. So if this goes to 150, they do not even know how to program and how to do math. If this goes to 127, then it's proper math. They do not know how to do math. Oh my god. It multiplies with this one. If I got this one first, I would have 75. And if I doubled, I would have 150. Which is not the case. It's 100% of the base value, man. The base value was 50. 50 plus 100% is plus 50, plus 50% is plus 25. But they are modifying the base value, man. I mean, this could have been intentional, but that should not be the case. That should not be the case at all. This game makes me sad. I just want to turn on auto clicker now and let it rip. $20 and $20, 200 and 200. They are equal. Every production per sect costs 1,000. But here, each production per sect costs less than half of 1,000. Less than 500. So it's worth the best. Now 1,000 here does not cost even one production. So this sucks. 1,000 here is costing less though. Can I buy several in a go? No. I have to click every fucking time. Now it's not worth it anymore. This one is barely worth it. To just mess my 50, I should not have messed this up. Let's make it pretty, but it's not worth it. 50, 50. 5. This one is worth it, but so expensive. But oh, there's some shit in here. I got an achievement. Gave me some money. What is this achievement? What does it say? I cannot see. 25 DNA is an achievement. So it was worth it getting it after all. And I can get to flatworm instead of the jellyfish. It's not worth it, but I want to see the next thing fast. Flatworm has been thrown on the map. Silly looking shit. So, the flatworm has bilateral symmetry, and I unlock bilateral symmetry after the flatworm. Organisms with identical left and right sides, a head and a tail display bilateral symmetry. This adaptation helped early organisms to develop more complex nervous systems. I literally have already a bilateral organism, but I have not evolved bilateral symmetry. How? Who put this order of this game? Who busted the mental cunt? How is radial symmetry going to bilaterals? What the fuck is this shit? I can evolve vertebrates before I evolve bilateral symmetry because fuck you. Vertebrae are bones that protect the spinal cord. They are the literal backbone of evolution. I need to have fish before I evolve bones. Flatworm. Flatworm is not the ancestor of fish, man. I'm absolutely sure of that. But I'm going to research it anyway. Bilateraria, nefrasata, fostomina, spiralia. Rofosua. Gastrotrick. That's the dragon worm that I was trying to remember. No gastroctrix in there, man. The Gnatifera. So there is the Espiralia. Echinidiozoides, Protozoa, Echinalia, Ginatera, Mesozoa, Gastro. Implactidamis. Annelid, Mollusca, Brachiopoda. So flatworms are naturally closer to the annelids and the mollusks. Where are these fish? Where are fish? Where do you find fish? Bilateralia. There. Go to the bilaterals. Now let me show you my stage. My screen. Here. The bilateralia, as you can see, divided here into some mollusks. The Espiralia is over here. Rotifers. There should be rotifers in this game. They are found everywhere. Microscope. There are some nematodes here. With a bunch of shit. And here, the vertebrata. Now, the vertebrata came from the craniata. Separate from the tucinata. Craniata have cranials, olfactories, the chordata. They have a spinal cord. Before bones evolved, we need to evolve the spinal cord, some tissue that you serve for the backbone. Echinodermata. This is the radial symmetry, guys. Look, it's the echinoderms. The spiny thing I said, and starfish and shit. Deuteros, protostome. Okay. So, Deuterosmatas, Nesphrozoa, Deuterosnomia. And here, as we go to the flatworm, the Platyzoa. The flatworm. Protosnomia. Spiralia. Within the Espiralia. Here. The flatworm is down here, man. Do you see this? Protosnomia, Espiralia. And you have here the Platychrozoa. Platyhelminths here. These are the flatworms. The flatworms are here, allied to the mollusks and the annelids. How are they saying that this flatworm is the ancestral to fish that are here? Look how far away they have diverged. Look at this shit, it's over 100 million years away. There is all this division here. They have the radial symmetry here, they have the bilateralians here. Oh, all of these are bilateral, okay. So this radial symmetry evolved from the bilateral ones, not the other way around as this stupid game says. And the vertebrates are all the way here. After they have developed the spinal cord, they started developing bones on fish. Spinal cords came, then fish came, then bones came. And flatworms are all the way out there with the mollusks. Nothing to do with the evolution of bone or the bilateralia at all. Do you see? Do you see how utterly insane and stupid this game is? You see why I'm triggered? Let's go, vertebrates. Okay, that did nothing. Let's go, bilaterals. And then I evolve fish after the vertebrate. From the flatworm. The jellyfish. From the sponge. Like, this is sponge, it's not so bad, you know? Because sponges are the most basal animal. Okay, sponges are extremely basal. Here. Freaking Animalia. This is the animal kingdom. Okay, this is not very useful. It's showing the pre-animals. Here, the animals appeared 7,000 million years ago. You see that the colono-flagellata that evolved from us. Swimming pre-animals. There are all these things, and this colono-flagellata already had some poison and toxins and spiny things. The fungi evolved much earlier. How is this game so stupid? They ignore plants and fungi at all. Here, animal. As you can see, the first division is from the porifera, from sponges. And then there is a weed kind of jellyfish. The Parahoxoa, which is that we have seen. The Bilateraria, which we were in. And as you can see, it goes down with the chordates and the starfish and fish here, the vertebrates. And on the other side of the tree is the Espiralia. They are near to the mollusks. They are near to the Ecdysozoa. That is, the insects. They are closer to insects than they are to us. So, what a bullshit is this game. It's absolutely unbearable to see this line where a flatworm evolved from a jellyfish to then evolve vertebrate to then fish. What the actual fuck? Pigment spot. Like, they take the most random mutations, man. I expected to see something like something beautiful, something cool, you know? Like some order. The evolution of carnivory. That's what I expected. To first evolve photosynthesis, to then evolve resistance to oxygen. That was the order I was expecting in this game. To evolve means to produce food from chemicals first. That was what I expected. I expected to pass a long time in bacteria and how's that thing called? Archaea, with different kinds of feeding. And then when they had many feeders, to produce carnivory, and they would eat my units, they would kill my things, and so they have to keep a balanced production. They would keep reproducing by themselves. I did not expect them to produce some abstract bullshit evolution points. I expect the cells to reproduce it. I expected this to be a reproduction aquarium, where they would keep filling up the freaking aquarium. And then I would evolve carnivory to deal with that and eat them. And they would produce toxins and shit, and they would have to balance and keep evolving shit as I was creating that farm of life. Not this abstract bullshit, and perhaps much worse than that. That would be a cool game. But even worse is this absolutely mindless tree that they made. Nothing to do with actual evolution of life and biology. It's very stupid to the extreme. Apparently they have, here they are saying, they have put Iron Age civilization. So they're going to evolve humans in Iron Age civilization. And I do not even want to imagine how inaccurate that shit will be. Also not a historian, besides being a biologist. And I cannot wrangle it already. A large sedimentary rock chip away at the secrets of an era long past. Freaking dinosaur. Fish have not even evolved, but I have some bones. A branching path of evolution. Amanhecer dos dinossauros.
Hello. Again. I am Semblance, the artificial intelligence running this simulation. You discovered a strange fossil. Now, I need you to simulate a live specimen for study. These creatures were once the dominant form of life on Earth. Perhaps learning about how they met their demise will teach us how humans may meet their end. Are you prepared?
So, as you can see, this game is absolutely bullshit. I'm running the simulation, that's part of the story, you know, but it could literally be a simulation. We are on a computer, man. Why do you use that like some sci-fi science fiction settings? It could literally be a simulation. There are many evolution simulations on Steam at this point. But no, they It's some idle bullshit that pass itself as some biology simulation.
Excellent.
Which once again, it's utterly flawed. Let's see how this live experiment is. Perhaps this one is an actual simulation of a thing? Certainly not. More clicking an idle game. We have discovered the Mesozoic Valley. I'm nowhere near the Mesozoic yet. I'm evolving fish. I'm before the Cambrian explosion. But the Mesozoic thing was right over there. And I start with the Archosaur. This clade includes the ancestor of dinosaurs, birds, and crocodiles. A clade representing a single family branch on the tree of life. So, as it just said, it's the Mesozoic Valley. Before the Archosaurs, there is like general reptiles. There is fish would. I was about to buy fish, right? Fish would evolve to go on land by the Devonian, and then they would develop better skin to not lose the water, and their eggs would also need to be harder to not lose water. That is the evolution of how is it called? The amniotic barrier. Yes. So they would evolve the amniotic first, and then this hard egg laying would divide into reptiles and the proto-mammals, which would be by the holes in the skulls. Reptiles have a single hole, while us mammals have two. And so the single hole guy would then become an archosaur eventually, as it is divided into three main branches. But before the archosaur, there should be the pterosaur. The pterosaur are not included in this archosaur shit, are they? Crocodiles. Between crocodiles and dinosaurs. Somewhat. Okay. At least it's a little beautiful, this, I mean, inaccurate all the way to hell, but they're kind of cute. Like, man, if this was a simulation, this would be so cool for simulating its life. I never bought any plants, just like the one before. Like, charge shit, produces one by charging. Collect Ornithistaia. Ornithistaias are one of the two different orders of dinosaurs. These herbivores with beak-like structures, often called dog-hipped dinosaurs, as the pelvic structure resembles that of modern-day birds. Paralosaurus is one of the Ornithian dinosaurs. So, some dinosaurs became like bipedal, and other dinosaurs were on four. So their hips changed heavily, and that way we divide. Like T-Rex and most of the dinosaurs, what are they called, man? They are called they had a very cool name. I forgot right now. They became the dinosaurs, the birds. And the other ones were most of the herbivorous kind, the quadrupedal dinosaurs. Bipedal, how did they be bipedal called? Something with peats, pods, theropods. Yes, the theropods. It's the theropod group. Anyway, just like the planet, it's unlocking some random dinosaurs. Like this is also crocodiles. This one. Where are the crocodiles, man? They precede the dinosaurs. Where is the interaction between the ecosystem and shit? As I said, I cannot play this game any longer. It's unplayable. Anyway, I had some fun talking about biology, and this was my critical analysis of this game, Singularity.